Hello, this is Alex with my guest Sam Austin from the Sam Austin Band. Where are you from?
I'm from a little town called Dept, Virginia, over here between Lynchburg and Roanoke, where the National D-Day Memorial is, so a little bit bigger than it used to be because of that. Right over here at the Peaks of Otter, right in the middle of Virginia here, and lived here my whole life.
So where do you get the inspiration for your music?
I've been inspired by music for a long time. Ever since I was a little kid, I have always loved listening to music, especially country music. I like a little bit of everything, but country is my favorite by far, and the old guys, the new guys, I like it all. It's just a wide variety to where I get my inspiration from. I get asked a lot, who's your favorite? And I don't have one favorite because I have a ton of them. It's hard to pick one when you like so much. Everybody brings their different flavor to the table.
Any one flavor you like more than another, or?
Pretty diverse, really. I mean, it's got to be country. It's got to have traditional roots, whether it rocks up or whatever it does. It's got to have some traditional country root to it, the sound as a whole, whether it's the vocal or the song. It's got to be something people can relate to and something real.
And I can hear that from your new single you let us listen to, How She Does It. What was the inspiration for that song?
We found that song, that's one of thousands that my producer and I went through during the song search process, and we just loved how it kicked off, and here comes the fiddle and everything. It's a driving up-tempo country song, but it's definitely still country. It takes off with fiddle and guitar, and then there's some steel coming in. It's just it's a positive, upbeat summertime song, we thought, and talking about what that girl's got, and she's got it, and we just thought, hey, there's something catchy, and people will jump on that, so we put it right at the top of the album, and it's going to be the first lead single released this week.
Yeah, I can tell a lot of people will definitely be able to relate to it. It comes off of your new album coming out, Cowboys Don't. How long have you been working on the album?
We have been working on that album for the last 2 years, and I signed with this record label in Nashville, Plateau Music, 2 years ago in April, I believe it was. That album is actually now finished and ready to go, which is why the single's out, of course. I sell it at my shows, available online at some retailers right now, and about 2 years it took for this product to come to life. We did it the old-fashioned way. We worked really hard, long hours, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in this thing, and a lot of time mostly. People think it's a quick process, but it's really not. It's very involved, and everybody was like, you done yet? You done yet? And we're like, almost. It takes a long time. When you get on this level, you're working with a lot of professional people, and it's just a lot of time involved, among other things. We did it the old-fashioned way. We beat it to death, and we worked really hard, and that's the best way I know to describe that.
Who's in the Sam Austin Band? Is it any of your family, or is it you and some friends?
They're all friends. I've been really fortunate on this local level. I've been playing around Central Virginia now for about 7 years with these guys, and they actually go by Silerline now. If you look us up online on Facebook, Sam Austin and Silerline, they are veteran musicians. I've been extremely fortunate to find these guys. I have had only a couple of member changes in 7 years, which is pretty unheard of around here. They have just been excellent, giving me lots of support. We play a lot of the dance halls and clubs and private affairs around here and stay really busy. We usually average around 50 or more gigs a year just playing on weekends, so we stay pretty booked and pretty busy. Playing a lot of cover tunes, of course, around here, honky-tonk, traditional country music, mix in some originals and some of my Nashville stuff, depending on where we're playing. Just been extremely fortunate to get hooked up with these guys. They're not too bad. They have just been excellent, giving me lots of support, and it's gotten to this point. We're excited for what this is going to mean for us to be able to do around here on a bigger level with all the Nashville things going on for me.
All right, well, glad to hear you're able to keep it up with your friends. What would you say is your favorite venue you've had to play at so far?
Gosh, that's a hard one, too, because they're all so different. We're primarily, what we're doing around here is a lot of dance music, like a traditional country dance music and things. And I would have to say probably my favorite place to play, because the stage is really nice, and they have a huge, real wooden dance floor, is the New London Dance Hall, and that's up in Forest, New London, Virginia. That's just a really big, old-style place, because it's so much room. You're not crammed or anything. You have a real stage to get on instead of being stuck in a corner or on the floor somewhere, to see everybody really enjoy the music, and they still have sawdust on the floor, man. It's the real deal.
How would you say is the best way to handle mistakes during a live performance?
When I'm on stage, I'm a guitar player, so I've got to have that in my arms, to do my thing. I don't walk around, jump around, or anything like that. I'll move around and interact with the crowd a little bit, but when you're playing guitar, obviously you're not going to be doing anything too crazy. Not much of a dancer either, but I can wiggle a little bit with my guitar. I guess that's how you could describe it, but I just have a good time, man, and try to interact with everybody as much as I can, and make sure I'm playing the way I'm supposed to play, because I'm not just a singer. It's important to play guitar, too. That way you can do a song either by yourself or with a whole band or part of a band or anything. You got to be able to meet people, sit down, and plug in and go.
So you're not one of those people who smashes the guitar on stage, I take it?
No, man, that would be, I guess the word for that would be kind of like sacrilege or something. I would never do that to a beautiful instrument, not even a really cheap one, man. That's bad vibes to me.
You got to respect the tools you work with.
That's right, man. I'm not going to be doing any Pete Townsend acts with that.
So are your songs based on any experiences in your life?
Yes, I write some songs, and on this new album I have one song of mine on there of the 13. The rest of them, when we were choosing songs, I had to make sure that I could identify with them, and that's very important because when you do this and you're gaining momentum and building a following, you have to be able to convey these messages and tell these stories in a real way that people can identify with. And they have to mean something to me for me to do that and perform them well. And sometimes you would know when you heard it the first time when we were listening to demos, whether it was a fancy demo with a whole band or whether it was just a demo with a guy or girl singing a guitar. Some of them are very stripped down, and you just know when you hear it. You have to be able to identify with it and know that there is subject matter there that needs to be said or people are going to relate to, because they got to like it to buy it, and that's the name of the game.
So where was the album produced?
Nashville, Tennessee. This is an independent record label, Plateau Music. We went right downtown next to Music Row and got in a studio and did the instrument tracking, and my producer that owns this label has his own studio just outside of town, and I spent the rest of the time there working on the vocals, all the mixing, mastering, everything was done right down in Nashville with the best available. I mean, it's top flight session players on this, guys that when you turn on the radio and listen to songs, you don't never know who's playing, but these guys are on a lot of them. It was all done with the best available.
All right, so are there any concerts you have planned out anytime soon?
We are still very busy around Central Virginia. Schedules are online on my website and Facebook, and we're booked pretty solid the rest of the year. This coming Saturday night, we're going to be over in Buchanan, Virginia, at the Good Times Cafe. Great little place over in the middle of town there. I think the following weekend we'll actually be back at New London at the dance hall there.
All right,
so,
good.
Yeah, we're keeping a full schedule. I haven't been back to Nashville since I got the album done, because I haven't had to go back. I'm back and forth when I need to be, so I'll still be around here playing my local gigs on the weekends.
All right, good to hear. Getting the music out all across the states.
As much as we can, yes, especially since it's hitting radio now, and it was released nationwide. We're looking for a good spot on the Music Row charts to begin with, so we can build it from there.
All right, all right. And what's the name of your website, by the way?
SamAustinMusic.com, and if you look us up on Facebook, it is under Sam Austin and Silerline. I give my band guys a shout-out on that page.
All right. And, Sam, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Well, I'm just an old-fashioned dude. I just hang out around these mountains up here, man, and there's some good friends come around, and I enjoy being outside, playing music with friends, and just doing things away from the business when I can. You gotta hunt and fish when you can. You enjoy nature. Just lay back and take it easy, man. Enjoy the pretty world we got. You never know where it's coming from, man. It'll just hit you sometimes, and when it does, you gotta grab onto it.
Well, that's a wrap for our interview of local star Sam Austin. Now here's his new single from the album, When She Does It.
I've been kissed by some candy apple lips, felt the rush of a woman's fingertips. I've been loved. Yeah, I thought that I'd been loved. Had sweet words whispered in my ear saying, honey, let's get out of here. Took me to heaven. Yeah, I thought I'd been to heaven. But when she does it, doesn't feel like anything I've felt before. Yeah, when she does it, baby's always leaving me begging for more. I thought I knew a little something, but I know now I've never known loving like when she mind, but she knows just what I need and why every time. Yeah, she loves me wild every time. 'Cause when she's laying next to me, tangled in my sheets, touching, hugging, ain't nothing ever felt so good. Yeah, it finally feels like it should. 'Cause when she does it, doesn't feel like anything I felt before. Yeah, when she does it, baby's always leaving me begging for more. I thought I knew a little something, but I know now I've never known loving like when she does it. When she does it, doesn't feel like anything I felt before. Yeah, when she does it, baby's always leaving